All of my friends are women who are very well educated, extremely beautiful, and have very good hearts and are very, very kind people to the people that they're around. And I would say at least upwards of like 80% of those women are single.
Most of the women who are gorgeous and still doing their thing and have that glow, they ain't been married and they don't have no kids. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. We out here glowing, very sexual, very loving, very rich.
They'll be like, so how could you be single? You're so beautiful. And it's like, I'm single because I'm beautiful.
Your most attractive friends are single.
Pretty women are the most lonely.
Pretty girls are the most loneliest women ever.
It's lonely when you're attractive, okay?
Have you ever looked around and noticed the women that seem to be calling themselves a 10 are the most single, unmarried, and lonely? Well, it seems as though the women are noticing the exact same thing also. Welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Black Boy Wonder. Hit that subscribe button and let's get into it.
Every time I see a young woman who is beautiful, intelligent, successful, joyful, she has everything going for herself. She's just so excited about life. She has so much je ne sais quoi. She's so stylish. Like every time I see a young woman like that, I just assume she's single. Every single time. I don't know why my brain... Actually, I do know why my brain goes there, but I just always assume she's single.
It's lonely when you're attractive, okay? It's harder to make friends. It's harder to be in relationships with men that don't want to just use you as a symbol or for their status or for their ego because they want to humble you and feel better about themselves.
Listen, I don't like coming on the internet and saying pretty girl because people can get rude and be like, you're not pretty. But anyways, let me tell you something, an issue that we face as pretty girls, yeah? Men think that we're constantly talking to men. And it's so annoying because it's like they don't trust us. Automatically, we are not trusted because they think that we're automatically got a whole line of men that's like running for us, or our DMs are so full that, you know, there's no way we could be taking them seriously. Baby, the pretty girls are the ones you need to go for because pretty girls are the most loneliest women ever. Think about it. So many men trying to get in contact with us, okay? But none of them are of quality. If you know you're of quality and you're a good man, approach a pretty girl. I'm telling you, you can probably get her. Because she's probably tired though. She's probably really tired because she's experienced a load of men just like her for her looks and not because of her personality. The one thing about me, I always look out for this. A lot of men like to do this thing where they constantly call me pretty and say that I'm good looking or I'm sexy or my body is all of this stuff. I'm not looking for that. I need a man of substance. I need a man that can hold a conversation with me without having to say, you're beautiful consistently. Thank you for admiring my beauty. It's nice. But that's not all I have to offer. I have brains up here. I'm educated. Highly. Okay? I've got things going on for myself. You know, I do things. Get to know me. I'm very intelligent. Us women in general, not just pretty girls, we're all intelligent. We have brains. Okay, not all of us, but some of us. We do what we need to do to get by, but we are brainy women. So it's like, stop telling us how pretty we are and how, you know, how gorgeous we look. We want to know that you really, really like us. We have substance. Please.
So I was in the gym the other day and I overheard this conversation with two guys and a woman, probably in their 30s and 40s. And one of the guys said to the other two, if she's attractive, over 30 and single, there is definitely something wrong with her. And the other two laughed and agreed. I swear. I had such a strong urge to go and jump in the conversation and educate them, but I know that's not my place. But it did make me think about the fact that how this sentence says so much about our culture than it does about any woman, because we don't say this about men. A single man in his 30s and 40s is seen as focused, selective, or building his life, whilst a single woman at the same age is questioned to why she's single, overanalyzed, or assumed to be the issue. Same situation, completely different story. And women are often made to feel like they've been left on the shelf or not chosen. But the reality is, that doesn't get talked about enough, is that a lot of women are single because they've made an active choice. They've grown, stopped overgiving and mothering partners, they've stopped settling, and some have chosen freedom and peace over being in the wrong relationship. So a woman being single doesn't mean that there's something wrong with her. And being in a relationship doesn't automatically mean that someone is healthy either. Sometimes being single is what happens when a woman stops abandoning herself, to try and prove to everybody else that she's enough.
Most women want marriage, family, and children. This is according to the data. So if you've reached a certain age, regardless of how you look, and you haven't accomplished that, then it's very telling that there's something wrong with you. Because after all, you are the only constant component. And if you are attractive to most men, to be honest, it's an even bigger red flag.
Listen here, if you're gorgeous and you're lonely, this is a big sign that you are supposed to be a boss-ass bitch. Yes, I said what I said. Especially if you don't have any friends, honey. You are meant to be a businesswoman. You are meant to be a leader. You are meant to make your own money. You are meant to be your own fucking boss, okay? You are not meant to rely on any man. You are not meant to rely on any friends for some happiness or some dopamine. You are your own dopamine. You give yourself what you want, when you want, whatever the fuck you want, when you want it. So let's stop this pity party with not having any friends and being lonely because you're gorgeous. Honey, it's a privilege to be in my fucking space. Plus, it's a good thing because it only weeds out the small people that can't even get to you because they're so fucking intimidated. Well, good. Because I've got fucking things to do and I've got businesses to work on. I don't have time for your loneliness. I don't have time for this bullshit. I don't have time for this, oh my God, I wish, honey. There's no wishing. There's taking action, integrating with your higher self, and manifesting the life that you want. Because you don't ever need anything. You just want. And whatever you want, you can get. Because you give that to yourself. Because you are standing in your divine energy. You don't need anything but the divine. You don't need anything but the divine. In this loneliness, this time of isolation is for you to connect within. It's kind of like God's given you like the opportunity to level up and always have that connection within. Because it is there to guide you, okay? It is there to literally pave the path for you of least resistance, okay? So don't waste this time being in isolation complaining, okay? Integrate, all right? Do your fucking shadow work. Dance it off. Transmute your energy, okay? You're fucking alive. You're fucking beautiful. Own it, own it, own it, own it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Own it, bitch. Own it, own it, own it. Because you are that girl. Whoever doesn't relate to your frequency because you're just so fucking high, well, honey, they're gonna fall away. Just like little rain droplets on a window, just falling away, just like that. And you know what? They were never meant to be in your life anyway. Because you're too high of a vibration for them. Don't you fucking get it? Once you level up, your frequency's just at an all-time high. No one can actually resonate with you until you establish yourself at this frequency. And then you're going to start being a magnet for only higher vibrational frequencies to be attracted to you, okay?
It seems to be a lot of this type of mentality permeating the social media world. And what I'm noticing is that this psychology or this approach to reality is not actually granting them the success that they desire. They all seem to have this mentality of, well, I'm independent. Because I'm so beautiful, I'm a boss. I'm at the top of the pyramid based on the way I look. The problem with that is now you've got to actually look at the practicality of finding a man that is going to be a desirable man for you and also see you as a desirable option for himself. That's the problem. Men don't typically see this type of mindset as desirable or even attractive for a wife.
You're a reasonably attractive woman. I am pretty certain you have had brothers come your way to ask for your hand in marriage. And yet, you're 26 years old, which is like right on the border, and you're not married. What caused you to reject them or turn them away?
For me, if it doesn't click with the right mindset, I'm not even given a chance for I don't know, for an encounter, maybe.
If a man was to ask you, Yusra, I like you, I would like to know, what was it about these other men that their mindset didn't click with you? Can you tell me so that I can see if I have this or I don't have it?
I have to think about like the example.
Yeah, Mara, Ismaili, if you don't know the answer,
I know.
How the hell is next man, Average Abdullah, meant to know? How? Let me tell me.
Like how?
You don't know. How's he meant to know?
If you see a woman of 45, 46, 50 not married, not because she's not pretty, No matter how beautiful or not beautiful a woman is, between age 18 and 30, a man must approach her. A man like her or that suits her look. But man must come. The challenge is many of them did not make decision to marry. There are girls today trapped with men that will never marry them. They know. Now they are so distracted. By the time they realize it, they have left the market season. One of my daughters told me, I like this man. I know he's not ready to settle down in the next 5 years. Then what are you doing with him?
Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I'm kind of happy that I'm not super attractive. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in some way that very attractive women kind of live somewhat of a lonely life. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I know you have some women that are probably jealous of really, like, attractive women and stuff like that. But if I was to wake up and all of a sudden be a dime piece, I don't think that I will be any happier than I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Even though when you have, like, women that post, like, a lot of beautiful women that post pictures and stuff on Instagram showing their bodies and stuff like that, for some reason I kind of see through that. You know, for some reason it kind of looks like, you know, their life is just lonely. Cause can you just imagine just being only lusted after? You know what I'm saying? And nobody ever trying to get to know the real you. I don't think I would want that life. Like, honestly, I just wouldn't.
I know my worth and I make a lot of money and I'm pretty.
No, not at all.
Being pretty don't even ensure that you will get a ring. Men don't marry looks. We have sex with looks. Men marry behavior. Your behavior determines whether you get the ring or not the looks. Halle Berry is beautiful. Kim Kardashian is beautiful to a lot of people. There's a slew of women that have the money and the fame, but they cannot we marry behavior. So if you are not even proficient at the things that are intrinsically important to a man, you can't be high value because your money ain't intrinsically important to us. You being soft is. You anticipating what we need and providing that without us having to prompt you or ask you, that's important. Not knowing your worth.
The reason why you are single right now and haven't really dated in the past is simply because you're attractive. Attractive people have a very hard time of finding a genuine relationship because people are after you not because of your heart, but because of the way that you look. And this is why unattractive or conventionally unattractive people get in relationships, because people find them genuinely attractive, not physically attractive only. More than that, men have egos. When you're with a man and you're attractive, they will believe that they landed you, they earned you, so they could maybe do better, so they're gonna go and explore, and oftentimes pretty attractive girls get cheated on. So if you're in this predicament, I want you to understand that you have high standards, and so obviously a lot of men are not going to meet that. But the few that meet it will genuinely give you the most happiest life, because if you settle for anything less every single day with that guy that you settled for will feel like a chore. And let me tell you, being in a bad relationship equates to a very bad life. So just be patient.
The reason why the most gorgeous girls are single is because when you're dangerously pretty, you're automatically regarded as untrustworthy. Not only can you reject most men's advances, you have your pick of the crop, the creme de la creme. Women are the prize in society, so having a bad bitch comes with a lot of attention, and that's often why you'll see them with the most basic chick known to man, because she doesn't really require him to level up and become the man he wants to be. So while you do get a lot of attention being gorgeous, it's often from the people you don't want.
What?
I said being pretty is not enough for a lot of men because I'm pretty and I'm still single. So
what do you want?
Nowadays, I don't know. I really don't know what I want because these men, they don't know what they want. A lot of men don't know what they want in women.
And you said you're how old again?
33.
33. So regardless as to what men want, you don't know what you want?
I mean, I know what I want, but
And what is that? Guys, remember the first thing I said about ego? They're not willing to be honest.
To be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what I want in a man. Like, I've been screwed and fucked for so long. I don't know what I want in a man. Like, I literally don't.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I do. She's 5.
Okay. So start with the basics. Do you want to be married?
Of course, who don't want to be married?
Well, I'm
Yes,
talking
I
to
want
you,
to
and
be married.
okay. I've asked you, what do you
I want to
want?
be married before I turn 40.
Okay. Why? Okay. No disrespect, but why is that? Was that so hard for you just to say? Because I've asked you, and you're like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Then I ask if you want to be married. You say, of course.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have
Could
trust.
you? I need you to hold the phone steady. You can't keep moving it all over the place, or set it down somewhere. Were your mother and father married?
Yes.
Are
What?
they
Oh,
still?
my mom and father was married, but they separated when I was like a baby and
Mm-hmm.
got with my stepdad. So that's who I
Okay.
know as a father, my stepdad.
Okay. Are their mother and your stepfather still married?
Them two ain't never get married. They just was together for over, I'm 33, for like 20 something years.
You just said your mother and your step. Okay. All right. You just said that your mother and father were not married. Were married for when you were a baby. Then they got divorced.
No, they
Then
didn't got separated. My mama just recently divorced my dad, like 5 years ago. But still, I don't know. That's that situation was crazy. I don't know. But her and my stepdad, they've been together for over 20 something years.
I see your stepfather if they weren't married.
I don't know why they wasn't married. He still was married to
Okay.
my dad.
Did they live in the house together?
Yes.
All right. You have any siblings?
Yes. I have 2, but my brother passed away last year.
Sorry to hear that. Your mother has 3 children?
Hmm.
All right. So, young lady, just in this little bit of time of talking to you, it's been chaotic. I'm just asking you just the basic stuff about who you are and what you want. And the way you told the story is, yeah, this you can't make this shit up.
Have you ever wondered why a lot of pretty faces out there, a lot of beautiful girls, why they are still single? Have you ever thought about why is this beautiful damsel still single? I'll tell you. The reason why you have a lot of pretty girls still single is because they have nothing to offer. A lot of pretty faces are just pretty. They are called beautiful nonsense. I did a video about this last time. They are called beautiful nonsense. They don't have anything to offer. Like, a lot of them believe like, I am beautiful, my beauty can give me anything or any man I want, therefore I don't need extra effort. No, darling, you're wrong. Your beauty would never take you anywhere. It is not all about being beautiful. If you're beautiful, it's your beauty. Nobody cares. You need to be useful to a man. Like, you need to be needful to a man. A man needs to need you because you are useful.
Nobody talks about how lonely it can be to be a pretty girl. She has a full life on paper. She's always invited somewhere in the group chat, the one that people want around. And still, she goes home to nothing real. Not the one person who called first, not the one friendship where she doesn't feel like she has to manage how she comes across, not one space where she gets to just be a person and not a presence. And that is pretty punishment. The assumption that just because you look like you have your life together, that you must be fine. That because people want to be around her, she must feel loved. That because she's visible, she's pretty, she can't possibly be lonely. But pretty girls are some of the most loneliest people alive. And the cruel part about that is the very thing that makes other women keep their distance is the same thing that makes her feel like she can't ask for help, like she has no right to feel this way. So the pretty girl will perform. She keeps it light. She stays agreeable, low maintenance, and fun to be around. And the lonelier that she gets, the better she gets at hiding it. And she's not imagining it. She's not being dramatic. She's navigating something real that most people don't have the language for. Pretty punishment isn't just about being excluded. Sometimes it's about being included in all of the wrong ways. Included as the decoration, as the hype, as the arm candy of the friend group. Never the one who they actually come to. Never the one they check on. But there is a space built specifically for women who are tired of being the pretty one in the room and nothing else. Women who actually want friendship, the kind that sees all of it and not just the surface. So if that's her, she already knows.
People just love to romanticize being a pretty woman, that life comes so easy for you and you get everything in life that you want, which you certainly can, but it can also be a very lonely life. And also when I'm saying a pretty girl, an attractive person, I'm not only talking about the outside, I'm talking about the inside, how your soul is, how you treat other people. All of these things contribute to being a pretty woman. I want to do a video talking about it and why I think it's really hard for anybody that's attractive, for that matter, to make good relationships. It is very hard, especially in female friendships, to find a good connection that doesn't see you as competition. Naturally, when you're an attractive or pretty woman, your confidence is higher up there. You have a better sense of self compared to most other people. And that can attract some really insecure types of people into your life. When those insecure people come into your life, they try to latch off of that. Whether that's in the form of competition, just trying to one-up you and even imitating you for that matter. Not only for the sole purpose of being attractive, but if you're also an attractive person that has a good heart, a good soul, you're a nice person, you have a high sense of self and confidence, that is intimidating to a lot of people, and a lot of people can grow jealous of that and hate you for it. Our boundaries can be so high, our expectations can be so high that we just don't foresee the point of letting people into our lives that don't meet those expectations. You're not alone. Pretty women are the most lonely. It's nothing to do with the outside. It also has to do with the inside. But if you have both, live a very good life, and everything that you give out to the world will come back to you. So.
What I've learned here today is that women will do anything and say anything just to find a way to cope. It is all a cope. How is it that you are so beautiful, you're a 10, you're a dime, but you're lonely? You don't have a man that values you as a wife? Because being a wife is the only way that you're not going to actually be lonely. It is actually a scientific fact that men are more antisocial than women. So women thrive in social spaces, which means that they're the type that need a family. They're the type that need a community, because that has a great effect on their mental health. This is particularly why women go into the job roles that they go into. More social care, more teaching, more education, right? They don't go into roles like STEM, because at the end of the day, these positions are more antisocial. Like, who are you really gonna be talking to on an oil rig in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean? How easy is it to spark up a conversation with somebody else that you find interesting? So this is the debacle that they are facing. If you are a dime piece, or you're so good looking, then if you are single or you're lonely, you are the problem. You have the natural ability to attract people. That's the truth. And men are more visual. We know this. So you obviously have the power to attract men, that which you say you want. But why is it you are detracting relationship? Why is it that you're repelling long-term commitment? I think that is where the answer lies. Thank you all for watching. Please click the like, drop me a comment. Let me know, do you agree or disagree? And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Until next time.